Hi, I'm Geordie Shibnall and I'm 21 years old. So I got into harness racing through Rita Burnett because my dad trains gallopers and I always wanted to be a jockey, but I like to eat a lot of food, so that kind of went out of the equation. And Rita Burnett had a galloper called Rum Ranger and my dad was helping her with him, and Rita told me to come drive this pony one day, and then I fell in love with driving, so that's how I become a driver through the pony tracks. I won my first race at Kilmore on a horse called Always a Duchess for my good friend Mitchell Frost. He was training the horse from our property at the time, so it was really special, and it was so great to do it at Kilmore with my family who wasn't there because of COVID, so it was very quiet. But when we got home there was a big celebration. I was so nervous, but it was so exciting to finally get it done and to get it done so quickly.
It's a Duchess and Deft Touch. Alberia running on late. Always a Duchess has got through for Jordan Chipnell, bringing up her first winner as a driver. Well done, Geordie.
So I moved to Tasmania for 2 years, and the story of how I got there is actually quite funny because I got the opportunity to go work there, and I was umming and ahhing whether I should go or not because obviously I didn't want to move away from home. I was only just turned 18. And I was sitting at the kitchen table with my family, and as I was talking to them about it, my dad was actually booking my ticket on the boat and that was on the Tuesday, and the next afternoon he told me that we're going for tea for my goodbye dinner. So I didn't get a choice. He made the decision for me, and I'm so grateful that he did because I wouldn't have gone if I had any time to think about it, and I'm so lucky that I was able to go. Tassie was so amazing for me because I was able to drive lots of winners, get lots of opportunities. I was able to win my first premiership, which was the Female Drivers Premiership, and also I won the Junior Driver Premiership in my first year in Tassie. So I'm so grateful for the opportunities that I got there. I fell in love with lots of horses, but the main one was my Ultimate Romeo, who I convinced Connor to buy for me, so now we have him, and I feel like my life is complete because I get to give him a forever home. I met Connor when I was in Tasmania. He was a driver over there and so was I, and yeah, I met him over there, and then I left to go work for Connor for a couple months before we decided to move back home, or home for me. A few months ago, Connor surprised me by purchasing my Ultimate Romeo after I begged him for months and months about it, and he actually surprised me by convincing me that he didn't buy him until the transport rang and said that they were going to pick up a horse from Queensland. I knew exactly who it was. He's got so many tricks. He's got the biggest personality. His best trick is definitely you can let him go from anywhere after he works and he finds the molasses bucket. I ride him and he's just got the biggest heart. Although Connor thinks he doesn't try very hard, but everyone that drives him just falls in love with him because he's just so kind, and yeah, I just love him to pieces. I've always loved doing the gallopers because my dad trains them and I go help them regularly at the races, and Connor's also got the bug for it, as I was asleep on the couch for 20 minutes and he woke me up to inform me that he had recently purchased one called Heroic Chief, and that was about a month ago. Chief had his first race for us as owners on Saturday and he comes second. He just got beat, so that was really exciting for us as he lives here and goes to my dad's about a week before he races. So yeah, it's really cool to have that kind of family, what I grew up with at home, and to see Connor be so interested and he's so involved with it now. It's really cool as well.
Heroic Chief bursting through. Danira might beat them all with a mighty run. Danira wide out, flashing home.
It's so cool to have a horse that's different here. It keeps our minds fresh, gives us something else to think about every day other than just constantly thinking about harness horses. So I think it's also sparked our mood up in a way because we have something new to do every day. My day today would be I would wake Flash. I would wake up and work the horses with Connor until about 9 o'clock, and then I go to work at Melton Sattery on days that I don't have drives throughout the day or where I have to leave early. And then if I have races at night, I finish at the Sattery at about 5, and then I drive to the races, and then drive home. So it's a lot of time in the car, but I love it, and if I didn't love it, I definitely wouldn't do it anymore. But it's so great to have the Sattery there, something different that I can break up, even though it's still horses. I'm not with horses every day, I'm just talking about horses, which is what I love to do. So it's a great break up for me. I try and squeeze in going to the gym every now and again, but no, I try and go early in the morning. So that's something that I'm interested in well, is looking after myself, and it makes me feel good about myself as well. So in harness racing, I definitely look up to Lisa Miles. She's been a massive role model for me throughout my whole life, really, and my career. She's like my mother. She rings me every now and again, and I know if I need to cry to someone, I can always ring her. I also always look up to Karen and Kate and people like them, because they're just amazing at what they do. But definitely Lisa's probably my biggest role model. I'm happy with how I'm going at the moment, but definitely getting more drives is what I want to do, because harness racing is so hot and cold. Some weeks you'll have 8 drives and the other weeks you only have 1 or 2. So to keep consistent drives is definitely a goal of mine, and just to drive more winners, and obviously more winners in town. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm doing at the moment. I get to drive horses like Romeo and Flash every week, so they keep me going and they make doing what I love still there, I guess.